Steve.
Hey YouTube, Cine Steve back with another video. I've almost forgotten how to do this. It's been so long. What, about 6 months? I've got a new job, started a new job last June. I think I've only had one video out since. And yeah, it's just been taking up a lot of my time. Not good, because I do like doing these vids and I do like spending time in the game room. It just hasn't really happened in the last 6 months, but in the last sort of 2 to 3 weeks, I've actually been playing quite a few games over Christmas, which has been lovely. Obviously, being away for 6 months, I've obviously got quite a few pickups, and I'm not one to sort of put them to one side and sort of do sort of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, and I could quite easily get that out of it. But no, it's just going to be a long video. Yeah, hopefully you can stay with me for the majority, because as I say, yeah, I've had some really nice stuff come in. So what have I been playing? Been playing a lot of Slap Fight on the Mega Drive. It is a pickup. I'll come to that a bit later. Picked up a lot of shooters, a lot of Mega Drive shooters. Now this, funny enough, I was actually watching a video today of a new tuber. I'll link his channel below. A guy called Red7. Yeah, very new tuber. I think he's only been on last month or so. Absolutely fantastic game room, my sort of thing. A lot of arcades, a lot of Japanese imports. Seems like a really top fella, knows his stuff. So yeah, I recommend you sort of go over there and check him out. But it's Jackie Chan on the PC Engine. One of his latest pickups, and it's fantastic. He was really praising it. And sorry, it's quite bright here. I can't. It's either the picture's really bright, and then everything else around it's really dark. I've tried to get a bit of a happy medium, but it's brilliant. It's I really love sort of the chunky sort of cartoon graphics. Plays a little bit like, what's it play? I mean, it's like an action platformer. A bit more advanced than Kung Fu Master, I guess, but it's decent. It's really decent. Really enjoying that. I've only played it for about half hour, but I'm going to play that a little bit more. Always come back to Neo Turf Masters. Played that a bit over Christmas. And then, what is Sonic playing on an arcade cab for, I hear you ask? This is a Mega Play version. I didn't even know it existed. I know obviously like you can play Sonic and sort of Mega Drive games on the Megatech, and then basically all you do is sort of pay for time, which is a bit rubbish really. I never liked them growing up. I don't get me wrong, I like the style of them, but I just don't like the idea of just paying for time to play a console game. But this is completely different. It's like an arcade version of Sonic. It's very stingy on your time, so you've got to get out the levels quite quickly. You only get 3 lives, no extra lives, and I believe no like bonus stages either. But it's really cool. I was really enjoying it, to be fair. I mean, I like Sonic anyway. But yeah, Mega Play. Don't know much else about it other than that, like the hardware it's on or anything like that, but it's decent. And as I've been hammering Slap Fight, or Alcon, as it's known in Japan. Although actually, I thought it was known as Alcon in Japan. I might have to do a bit more research on that, because the Mega Drive version is called Slap Fight. It only got a Japanese release, I believe. And obviously I've got the Japanese release and it's called Slap Fight. So yeah, I don't know why that is. A lot harder on the arcade. This is running in main, so it's obviously I'm not saving to high scores. But I'm close to 1cc in it. Well, looping it. I believe if it's anything like the Mega Drive version, it will loop and just get harder. But yeah, decent, really decent game. Absolutely loving it. I do like a sort of an early tire plan shooter. They're really decent. On the Vulix today, we've got a bit of Crimson Clover playing. Not played this much, I must admit. The Vulix doesn't get much love, if I'm honest. But I won't get rid of it, because I love it. It was a bit of a bargain anyway, in my opinion. And yeah, I don't know, I just need to find the right games maybe, but obviously everything that's released for it more than likely got a console release. But I do like it, I must admit. It's the best way to play these new games on the lovely Vulix panel. It's an awesome bit of kit. I keep being half tempted to take it rotate the monitor. I don't think it's very hard. But then again, I also keep thinking about putting consoles in there. It's not something I usually do, but I've got quite a few shooters for, like the PS4 and even Xbox One as well. And I just think, if I put upgrade the monitor to like a 4K or even a 1080p monitor, and get consoles in there, it will save me room in the long run. And then I wouldn't even really need the 4K screen at the other end. So I don't know. I keep thinking about things to do with it. Now, what have we got over here? My Outrun. We've had a bit of a change up with it. I love this. This is absolutely brilliant. It's got Smarty Pie in there. Basically, a good friend of mine, Martin Laws. I say a good friend. I've known him years. Really, really decent guy on the arcade forum. On the arcade scene, he's developed this Smarty Pie board, and basically it's a Raspberry Pi on his PCB that he's designed and got made. I'll chuck a little picture in below. And anyone that's got sort of flaky Outrun boards, it's obviously it is emulation, but it's well worth having. Do you know what I mean? I know these Sega boards, they're not easy to fix, they're not cheap to fix, and touch wood, I mean, I haven't had one issue with mine whatsoever, but it's nice to know that if something does go wrong, obviously it's a backup. But not only that, it's got the original Outrun on there, obviously playing in MAME, but it's also got this Cannonball version running, which has got slight differences, slight enhancements, improvements. You can change the colour of your car. So I've got mine on cyan at the moment. I mean, who doesn't want to play Outrun with a blue car? Do you know what I mean? You can sort of change all these little bits, like put different tyres on. I don't think it does anything graphically, but I believe it makes you go faster. You can go faster off-road, change the region, so you can play like the Japanese layout. It's awesome, absolutely loving it. He's done an amazing job with it. Really impressed. I might even do a video on this alone, because I say not only has it got the original version of Outrun, the Cannonball version of Outrun, but it's also got Power Drift and Turbo Outrun, so it just gives you more to play on the cab. It's really decent. Not a huge fan of Turbo Outrun, but to be honest, when you've got it in a cab like this, the best way to play it, I've been playing it. Nowhere near as good as Outrun, but definitely not as good as Power Drift either. I've been enjoying Power Drift as well, and for whatever reason, I mean, it won't pick it up here, but this monitor has never looked better. I don't know if it's just outputting a better signal than my original board, but I've had a few issues with this monitor before. I know it's got sort of fairly weak blue guns on it, but it looks fantastic now. It looks really good. So I would never be able to pick it up properly, but it's decent, really decent. And I've had family over in the Christmas. I had a few friends over, so Bishy Bashy still hasn't gone anywhere. Still love that game. Yeah, I do love that. It's just easy to keep it in there. Another pickup I've got is this arcade stick for the Switch. Street Fighter 2 branded. I had exactly the same stick before, but it just like a Hori. I can't remember what they called it, but it was just sort of black and red, and it had a few scratches on it, so I ended up letting it go. And when I saw that, there's a couple of variations out for that, and I just thought I'd pick it up. I haven't even used it yet, but again, with the amount of arcade ports that come to the Switch, well worth having. I love an arcade stick anyway. So here's Power Drift running on the old Outrun cab, and yeah, it's decent. So I really like it. Everything works on it, gear lever. You literally, it's plug and play. The motor in the steering wheel still works. Awesome bit of kit, Martin. Thanks a lot. So panning round. I'll go this way round because I know I've got some pickups in the doorway there. This is quite a big pickup. I've got a Sega Universal cab, and it's a dedicated Rhythm Tendoku, so it's Rhythm Paradise over here. To be honest, I'm well happy with it. Obviously it works, it's great, and I've got it in my mind that I'm going to have a bigger game room one day, and yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find these cabs, and I'm sort of stashing them up. But to be honest, I'm out of room now. It's gone a bit silly. I mean, it's sort of in my hockey where I can't play my darts now, my darts cabinet, and I love that. I love my darts as well. So it's a bit annoying. It's just in my way. I'm not going to let it go or anything. I mean, if I can find somebody to borrow it or something like that, because I don't really want to lend out any of my other cabs, because to be honest, this is getting the least use. But I actually bought another panel for it, so sort of for joysticks. I mean, deep down, it's a Naomi cab, so it's running Naomi hardware, so I can change cartridges and things like that. And I'll ping a little picture of the panel I've got. It's in really rough condition, but I would have always needed to have sprayed it anyway to match the cab. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool. I mean, all the buttons are all lit. It is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Japanese lingo in there, but I know the game very well from the GBA release. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's ever been patched. I know it's patched on the GBA, but I don't know if it was ever patched on arcade. But it is cool. It's another fun party game. Oh. Something that's just caught my attention at Sleepwalker on the Amiga. Paul Buller from the forums, he was nice enough to gift me this when I saw him at a meet at Alex's. Really happy. Massive thanks for that, because I don't have the 1200 version. Needs a little bit of an iron. I just haven't touched. I've been so busy. It's ridiculous. Don't mind doing a bit of repairs and stuff like that. But anyway, let's set the tripod up, have a little look at some pickups, and yeah, let's get on with it, because it's going to be a long video. Right, let's get on with some pickups. Mark, I've got your Barbarian Plus here that I copied for. I know you wanted it in time for Christmas. Absolutely gutted I haven't got it out to you. It's because I'm waiting for some photo paper, because somebody sent me some labels, so I'm going to print them out and see if I can put them on the disc, so at least you know what discs they are, rather than me just writing on them. So yeah, as soon as that comes in, I'll get that printed, cut and sent out to you. I'm really sorry it's taken this long, but trust me, I will get it sorted for you. So it's already all copied on there. I know it all works. Not a great game though, I will warn you, it's not as good as the original. But anyway, first pickup. This was a gift from Alex, Blue Tonic. It must be about 6-7 months ago now. It's ridiculous. I can't believe I've been away for that long. But it's Sensible Soccer on the PC. Now, I've never seen this variant. I mean, I want all the Sensible Soccers for all the platforms, all the releases, and this is one I'd never seen before. I know that over in America it got a different, it was branded differently on the SNES. Was it Championship Soccer 91 or something, of Championship Soccer 93, something like that. So I'm really surprised to see this branded as Sensible Soccer in the States. Long story short, I saw it on American eBay, and the guy wouldn't send it, so I got hold of Alex. I don't think I'd ever spoke to him outside of sort of YouTube comments before, and he didn't want to take anything for it. I couldn't believe it. I ended up sending him postage, because the postage was ridiculous. But he sent me chocolate bars, the lot. Like, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. So I really appreciate that, Alex. Still got the Milky Way. I haven't eaten it yet. I ate Twix and all the jelly beans and that. But yeah, never knew that the Milky Ways were branded as Milky Ways over there, even though they're Mars bars. But yeah, really strange. He sent it with this note. I mean, this will tell me how long it goes. I had a little read of this again earlier, and it sort of jogged my memory. It was like, Steve, hope this parcel actually gets to you. Ha ha. More than happy to help you out, mate. You know where I am if you ever need anything sent in the future. I mean, that's great to know, because I wouldn't mind that SNES variant of Sensible Soccer. Wasn't really thinking out of the box when I grabbed the chocks. Maybe next time I'll send you a few more unusual American candy bars rather than a Twix. I mean, I love Twixes anyway, so I was happy with that. I really was. That said, maybe interesting to try it, as they definitely taste differently to the ones in the UK. The Milky Way is more like a Mars. It definitely is a UK Mars bar, 100%. Yeah, very odd. And Jelly Belly sweets, classic. Yeah, I love Jelly Bellies, Jelly Beans, awesome. Sure, they have them over there. I don't know if we have Jelly Belly. I don't know if they're branded Jelly Belly, but I love Jelly Beans. They're awesome. Well, England beat Germany. That's how long ago it was. Euros. England beat Germany yesterday, so who knows? They might have won the bloody thing by the time this arrives. Imagine that. We came close. Still a bit gutted, but let's be honest, with all the COVID and everything, it was football hasn't been the same, has it? Let's be honest. If not, it's coming home next time. Alex, really appreciate that. Like, love stuff like, love the community. It's absolutely brilliant. I haven't even tried that. I mean, obviously the game's still sealed. I didn't mention that. But I probably will open it and give it a go. I've got my laptop up there, my old laptop, so I might give that a go, just see what it plays like, really. I mean, I can't imagine it being any different to the other IBM PC games. What's next? Another gift. Craig's here again. Absolute legend. I was trying to sort of tell him, look, don't give me this. It's. I mean, I don't know my values when it comes to this platform, but I know there's no cheap games for it. It's for a platform I don't own. Sharp X68000. He knows I've been after one for quite a while. Monster Mug's got one in bits that he's sorting out for me, but I'm in no rush. I've got no room. But he's gifted me my first X68000 game, Pac-Land. I don't know if this case is original, but it's very yellowed. It wouldn't surprise me if it was, because everything fits in there really nicely. But the contents are like sealed still and in absolutely lovely condition. Look at that, Pac-Land X68000, and you get the controller with it. Now, I mean, I helped him on Doncaster Market, and as I say, I do actually quite like doing those shows. Like, I'm half tempted to do one myself. There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't mind sort of thinning out, getting rid of. My loft is jam-packed full of stuff. And don't get me wrong, I don't know if it'd be worth it for me. I know obviously the traders do really well because they've got a lot of stock, but I don't know if it's going to be worth the travel and the money and everything. But I do quite like the idea of not posting stuff, because that's what sort of kills it for me. I just can't be bothered to post stuff anymore. So I might do it. Next up, another not gift. It might as well have been a gift for the price he gave it to me at. Dal, Retro Godfather. I mean, he's got to make a comeback soon. I know he's been. I don't think he's been picking much stuff up recently. I think he's sort of more thinning a few bits out, but. I went round to see him because I was working quite close to him, and I know he doesn't really do eBay and stuff like that, and he sort of had a few bits he wanted to move on. I said, well, look, I know there's a deal this week, just give it to me and I'll list it for you. And it was the Namco PlayStation 1 arcade stick. I'd been after one of these for a while, but I knew it was worth a little bit, and to be honest, at that time I wasn't really prepared to pay for it, if I'm honest. I didn't want it that badly, but I just took it off of him. I said, look, I'll list it for you, whatever it goes for, and at least then it's money in your back pocket. And then I opened it up, and it was literally like unused, like mint. And I was like, Dow, I think I want this. How much you want for it? And I'm sure we dealt at about 100 quid, something like that. So it wasn't cheap, but it's absolutely mint. I think even a bit scruffy box, they go for around that. He was happy with that. I was more than happy with that. So happy days. Really, really happy to grab one of those. And as I say, it's absolutely minty. Another pickup. I know I'm going through these quite quickly, but I've got a lot of stuff. Atari Lynx. Now, I've had one of these for a while, and I bought the screen mod and for whatever reason I went by the book and it just didn't work. The screen lit up and just died within about like 3 seconds. The game was still running, but I sent it to my mate Phil, Nes for Life. I'll link his channel as well. He does a few little bits, but he's an absolute genius when it comes to electronics, like PCB repairs, stuff like that. And but he couldn't actually fix it. He couldn't. He recapped the board and everything, and for whatever reason, it just was not having none of it. But he had his one that he wanted to keep original, so he took my board and I think he put the old screen back in it, kept that for himself, and done the mod on his board, recapped it, and it looks great. It looks fantastic. I've got the I can never drive for it, but I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of the Lynx. I've got a bit of nostalgia about the Lynx. I remember my cousin having one, but I just haven't found a game that's really sort of aged really well. So yeah, if you guys know of any games that have, I'd say that still play quite well, then let me know. I don't know what game I've started here, but the screen looks fantastic. 10th Planet, no idea about this game. It doesn't look that great, if I'm honest. As I say, I've just not played anything, and I'm just muted that. I haven't played a Lynx in years. I really haven't. But that screen, it looks fantastic compared to the original one. So really happy with that. I don't even know how to turn this off. There you go.